from a semi-random location that you may see again, but I don't know. I don't have the van in my possession yet. That's an ongoing process. I'm working on a van update video. Just feels like there's a lot there to footage to go through, and like I have to figure out how to articulate everything, and I want to do a decent job, you know. So anyways, that's going to be a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna do this climbing video, which, so for those of you who don't know, Waco Tanks is a state park that has a ton of amazing bouldering. It's probably a very underrated introduction if you've never heard of it. So typically throughout the week, I'll spend at least a few days there, and I end up with this footage and I kind of like don't know what to do with it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do kind of like a Waco recap of the week and just talk about my experience, what I did there, what I didn't do there, etc., etc. Okay, so we're gonna start with this problem called Girls of Juarez, and if I'm looking down, it's because my laptop's right here, so I can see literally what I'm talking about. After warming up and giving it a few goes, working my beta and all that stuff, and luckily there was a pretty good crew there. We ran into a bunch of people that we knew and everything, so psych was high, and that was cool, and everyone was contributing, you know, to like, oh, maybe let's try it this way, I think this works for me, and stuff like that. So that was very, very helpful. And then I had this one attempt where I made it what felt like basically to the end, but I don't know, this like section going over the lip proved to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. So, and then like when you're going over the lip, like you're not going to fall into like a pit, but it feels like you could sprain your ankle or something. So it's just a little, so I kind of let go. And then because I did that, I was like, dang, well, like, I wish I had just had like more talk or been like more prepared, you know, for what this was going to take out of me like mentally. So I just want to go again. So I hopped on and started from the beginning, but then around, I don't know, pretty fairly early in the climb, there's this move where with the beta that I use, I end up cutting feet. It's not ideal, but it is what it is, and I was too tired to hold that, so then I was like, okay, I gotta take a longer break. So I took quite a long break, and then I decided to give it a go from the beginning.
Yeah, keep breathing. Come on, go get it. Push. Nice, Ahle. Yep. Good, breathe. Get it good. There you go. Fight. Hold it. Keep it tight. Yes, Ahle. Yeah, keep fighting. You're good. Breathe. Looking good. Good. Nice, Ahle. Very good. Go get it. You got it. Push. Very good. Slide that heel up, you got it. Yeah, pull, Ahle. Pull. One more, come on, you're almost there. Come on. A little higher, yes. Just left foot through and turn. Yes. Yes, Ahle, come on. Keep the toe hook if you need it to walk the feet up. Perfect. Yeah, get the right toe up.
And then it's like here at the end, you use this right foot and you're trying to rock over, and there's this triangle hold where my right hand is going, and you're trying to like get it like that, you know? And it's really good if you do, but rocking all the way over, like, I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I was kind of getting desperate. Anyways, there was like this bad crimp that I ended up using. I was like, let me just pull on this crimp to see if I can get a little bit more into the position, and luckily it worked.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so then after getting Girls of Juarez, honestly, I was pretty psyched. But this was like a late start day. I don't think I mentioned that. So at this point, I think there was like maybe only an hour and 15 minutes left worth of like climbing time before we were all gonna have to like pack up and hike back to the car and make sure to be out of the park on time, all that. So there's this other climb called Girls of Texas. I've tried it before, and typically like there's this section where people go right hand to this crimp, and the time that I worked it previously had gone left and then matched, and it felt actually quite comfortable. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this last hour to project this one. So that is what I did. Here's a start, and I've been trying to go here left to mat, or here to then get right on this, because this is what's really good versus that. But then, like, I saw my video and I actually went to this. Like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? But the thing is that it worked. So I have a timer right now going so that I can rest. And then honestly, I might try to like 3-finger drag-ish crimp off that little cracky one and see how it goes.
Come on.
No. It's like, no. Oh, that's all I have for today. I'm done.
Oh. Oh.
So that was one day where I was able to successfully get Girls of Juarez and then put some good amount of effort into Girls of Texas. And then, so the next day, well, not the next day, like Monday, Tuesday, you know, but like the next time that I was at Waco within a week's time frame, basically the first thing I did was go back to Girls of Texas. But I hopped on, and honestly I was doing a lot better than I anticipated. I was like, whoa, like this feels kind of good and everything's like going right. And I reached up to this left hand and I was trying to get my right foot, like I was trying to scoot it over because I felt like I just needed like a little more height on the left hand to get it really good, and I was going to be able to pull up. But so what I wanted to do was scoot my right foot over so that I could get that extra little bit of height. But then when I scooted my right foot over, it was like on that juggy ledge thing that's the start hold, like my foot just fell off because there wasn't enough space. And I was like, no, oh my god.
No. Oh my god.
So after that, I was like, okay, cool, the typical thing, let me just rest and then I'll try it again. And then I think it was the very next time, actually, that I tried it again. Like, I dry fired pretty bad off that right hand crimp. I don't know, my camera's probably not going to focus, but I still have some remnants. And this too, on my knuckles, this is from Girls of Texas. And so immediately after, I was like, nope, it drew blood, like, it's going down. I have to send this thing today.
Thanks, Ahle. Come on. Yeah, Ahle. Yeah, so solid. Lean. Come on. Yes.
Then, like, as we were packing up, one of my friends, she was like, wait, like, is this your first 5 in the park? And I was like, oh my gosh, I think it is. So that was pretty exciting. It did turn out that a little bit later, I remembered actually there was one other problem that gets a 5 that I had climbed quite a long time ago. And, you know, so maybe not like the first one, but either way, I was like, what the heck? Like, that's me still just breaking into, like, you know, a new climbs, new climbs unlocked. After Girls of Texas, like, I was basically like, I'm on cloud 9. Like, I did what I came here to do today. I sent Girls of Texas, I can go home. However, we still had a full day of climbing. And then it just so happened that, like, the next thing that we ended up at was kind of a long time nemesis climb for me, because the very first time that I ever went to Waco, this is one of the climbs that I hopped on, and I remember getting on lip sync and I was like 3 feet off the ground, okay, but I freaked out. This was my first time outdoor climbing, like, at all, and I was like, oh my god, help me, help me, help me. I wish I had the footage of it still. It's hilarious. That was the initial experience with lip sync, and then I have kind of like dabbled in climbing it another time when I was like, I know I'm physically capable of the moves, but I had gone there. It was just me and one other person, and I had one pad, and there's like this big move, but the person that I was with this was their first time outdoor climbing, and so they were kind of unfamiliar with the process, which totally makes sense. And I just because that was the situation, I didn't feel comfortable like taking it all the way to the top, because it does get kind of high. So I was like, oh, honestly, that's cool, like we'll just go climb something else, but it was nice to get on.
Nice. You got it? You got it?
Yeah, just
easy. Okay.
All right, stay on me.
I got you. I'm with you. Got you.
Coming down. Oh, no, you're good.
All right.
Cool. Thank you. But I think just having that experience added this layer of like, yeah, this climb is scary, like in my mind to it, even though there was nothing about it, like about that experience that made it more scary. I don't know. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter. Point blank. I'm just telling you about past times I've been on this climb and why, like, even the idea of climbing it, I was like, oh, I know I want to do this one at some point, but is today the day? Like, I don't know. So when we got over there, another one of my friends was there, and she was like, okay, like this is my go. She had been there for a little bit already, and so like our group got there and she was already there and had been working a little bit, and so she went and she did it, and oh my god, it looked so pretty, so flowy. She didn't look scared at all. Like it was so inspiring, where I was like, dude, okay.
I can go in the mirror now, like check for it, and then you can do it anywhere, wherever you're at.
You can get.
So I'll
find
some. No, you use
There's a
it.
free app. Yeah, there's a free app. There's one that.
Nice.
I did buy a South African bird book, but I was just, yeah, and I was studying a lot, but I was using the Merlin app. But I would find cool birds and I would give people facts and no one cared.
No one cares? How do you even care?
I feel like climbers have more of an appreciation for wildlife and outdoors too. Fireworks for you, Ahle. Let's go.
So then what I would consider to be like at least one of the cruxes, maybe there's two or whatever, I don't know, it just depends. But I would kind of call it at two, like there's one in the beginning and then this is like the one, you know? And the way like my friend did, she got like a heel up. So I tried the heel beta and you can see in the video, I shake my head, no, I like get the heel and I'm like, Then my left foot just came off and pulled the swing and I'm like, oh my god, I'm still here. How is this happening? I need to figure out what to do. I was gonna get the high heel, but honestly I was scared because I was like, bro, I could easily just like, this could flow. And if I do, I'm just gonna land on my back. But I had people spotting me, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna trust in myself and the spotters. So then on the same day, after finishing up lip sync, we went to Blood Moon because we're like, it's right here. And a few of us had expressed interest in climbing it or attempting to climb it, whatever. So we go over there. And then with this one, see, they all have their own little thing. So this one, all the holds are relatively good, but it is tall and there is kind of this rock behind you that looks a little scary. I have climbed some things that I would consider to be pretty scary and tall, but the difference here is that I've never done a highball first, like in the group. So if there's like a handful of us that are like, oh, let's try this climb, I will sit back and watch other people that I feel like are more experienced than me, stronger than me, you know, I'm gonna get beta, you know, all the things. Like, so I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna assess, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna climb it or not. But with this one, someone was like, no, you should go first. And I was like, actually, you know what? I will. I don't know where that came from. I think I was just feeling really good. I was like, yeah, I did Girls of Texas, I did lip sync. I can go first on this easy-ish high ball, you know, no problem.
Cruising. Yeah.
So that wraps up this little Waco recap. I hope y'all enjoyed. I went off on a tangent. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, we'll try these, we'll see how they go.